SAGE, Student Advancement for Global Entrepreneurship, is a global initiative that started in California State University, USA in 2002. Its mission? To advance youth entrepreneurship and community service and to meet at least one of the core areas in achieving the Millennium Development Goals and addressing the challenges mankind faces.
Well, SAGE came along as something that I thought will contribute to expanding the scope beyond just classroom teaching of various subjects, to seek to implant in our youth coming out of high school, or in fact while they are still in high school, a sense of discovery and entrepreneurship, thinking, working with them, utilizing some of the new technologies, the ICT and the rest of it, and being able to focus on community needs rather than the abstract thing that you just teach in various classes. And above all, being able to work together within set plans and time frames, and also the chance for them to see colleagues from other schools within the country and outside the country.
SAGE has been operating in Nigeria since 2005 under the guardianship of Agwu Amogu.
In SAGE, we engage teenagers in a hands-on learning process on how to create wealth and help others. So we teach them how entrepreneurship, how to start and run businesses, how to write business plan, how to identify business opportunities, how to keep records, how to market, starting business and finishing business.
Working with over 500 schools across the country, SAGE has continued to be a functional link in education and development.
In November 2006, SAGE was introduced to us at ERC when we had a principal's conference. By then, before we had many clubs in the schools, but there was nothing like SAGE.
Every school teaches literacy. Every school teaches how to get a certificate. But SAGE teaches you how to live life. So basically what SAGE does is give life to the school, give a meaning to functional education. So that when a student leaves school, whether it's a 3 years program like the junior secondary school or the senior secondary school, he has something that he can use for the rest of his life. He's skilled to live life. So basically, SAGE is what gives, especially the Nigerian education, the missing link.
They opened up opportunity for me and I was ready to grab it.
When we started the program, we had no idea of what to do, how to go about it. Then somebody was sent from the FCT SAGE to come and educate us about it. After that, we found out that SAGE is all about us. We had to do everything by ourselves. Ideas must be original, must be from the students. Production must be done by us. Nobody is supposed to do anything for us. We're supposed to do everything by ourselves.
The mission of SAGE is to advance youth entrepreneurship, and community service as a core strategy, of alleviating the issues of poverty and addressing the MDG.
My son is is a member of the club.
SAGE has opened up my passion, ignites my passion to change the world.
And I've been seeing the impact on him. He traveled to Brazil through this club. He has traveled to America through this club. He has traveled to South Africa through this club. Many people know him in the town here through this club.
It does not affect my schoolwork at all.
If you want to have a society that will provide the necessary things for citizens, right? If you want to have healthy society, you have to have a society that, the welfare of citizens are okay. You need to take seriously, consciously, the issue of entrepreneurship. For any economy that wants to grow, that is serious about unemployment or even conflicts or whatever it is, entrepreneurship is key. So that's why SAGE is emphasizing youth entrepreneurship education. Our target, it's teenagers. That is secondary school age kids or high school age kids. Kids between 10, probably 18, 19, as the case may be.
SAGE expand our horizon. This is a village school and all that, but through SAGE we have gone international. Do you know we are in the world map? Through SAGE. And our school is now international, having a creative and exposed mind. We don't think of cheap things. We think we are now experienced, we are now exposed, we are now big time stars.
This is where we train young students on entrepreneurial skills in a hands-on learning manner.
Like making of chalk.
This is how the packaged chalks for selling is ready for sale. We have the best chalk in FCT, and our chalk has gone all over Nigeria, and we hope to start selling around the world.
Impacting, developing, and generally improving in the lives of the community is also key to the SAGE mission.
We have systems who are providing basic sanitary issues in the community, like toilets. We see providing portable water supply. We see people providing antenatal help. We see people talking about issue of HIV/AIDS. All of that in just their community. So if we have SAGE teams in every community in Nigeria, that means the government will have very little to even do.
Well, we use our school clinic here for antenatal and postnatal care for the pregnant women, nursing mothers and their babies with the help of the nurse in our clinic.
They have helped the community in many ways, training other children and then keeping the environment clean, talking about HIV/AIDS and the importance of entrepreneurship in the community, in the society. We have felt their impact.
SAGE is bridging the gap of unemployment around the world, especially in developing economies like Nigeria.
Unemployment is a big problem in many parts of the world, but especially here in Nigeria, especially within the youth. And often you have youth who graduate from universities, with degrees in various fields that are not able to get jobs because there are not enough jobs created out there, and don't have the capacity and the skills to actually set up their own businesses and also become employers themselves. I think that with the SAGE program, what it does is to get people at a very young age, in secondary school, train them, give them the basic skills and the kind of training that they need to know how to establish and run businesses and make money, and also going forward become employers themselves.
SAGE, to me, means development. SAGE, to me, also means progress. And SAGE, at the same time, to me, portrays giving the best to the younger ones, for them to achieve their God-given talents.
Part of the component of the SAGE program is the competition, which encourages the children to keep on improving year after year. The competition begins at the state level, moves on to the national level, where the best graduate to represent their various countries at the SAGE World Cup. Nigeria has been a constant winner over the years. let's find out how they have done it.
Kids, first of all, are taught how to start and run business, and they must start and run that. For them to qualify as Sage teams, they must start and run a business, and they must also run non-profit community service projects, including environmental projects. They must. It's a must.
To use the words of some of my brilliant students in GKOE and AGB, that they transform waste to wealth.
At the end of the Sage year, just like business year, they must write their annual report. And in their annual report, they're going to show their financial statement, they're going to show their projects, they're going to show everything. And they also must make 30 minutes verbal presentation in front of a panel of influential judges who are usually civic and business leaders, who assess the kids based on their creativity, innovation, using the Sage judging criteria. Now, the idea of competition is just for the teams to benchmark, for them to see what kids in Russia are doing, the kids in the US, what they are doing, the kids in GKOE, what they are doing, the kids in Enugu, the kids in Kano.
The students that won the award, the International Cup, for 3 consecutive years and competitions, was hosted, by the wife of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dame Patience Goodluck. And not only that, she even donated 2 buses, one to each of the schools, for the brilliant performance of these schools.
I knew they were going to be special. I knew they were going to be above average, that they were future leaders. I just didn't realize how much more was put upon them, how much more they had to achieve to participate. And I was also very amazed at how easily they could accomplish those goals, even when they were so much more loaded than when I was.
Indeed, to create a society that is in constant development, providing the necessary support for its citizens, both public and private investors must consciously take the issue of youth entrepreneurship training seriously.
I think for governments, local governments, the state governments, and even at the federal level, they need to be involved.
I want all the companies to come and buy into Sage.
Policymakers must do whatever they need to do and whatever they can to support, through policies, through bringing out the necessary regulations, through making sure that the educational system is right for entrepreneurial development. But the private sector also has a lot of role to play. They are eventually the major beneficiaries for this, because the private sector is not supposed to be stagnant; it's supposed to evolve. So whatever businesses exist today, we expect that in the next several years they will continue to exist, but new businesses will come in that will partner with those other existing businesses or will compete with them. So whatever the private sector needs to do, I think that they should do, because I think eventually, once the country benefits from the kind of ideas that Sage is presenting, everybody will benefit, and they must support this program. I think that it's worth supporting.
Get involved, become a mentor, be engaged, especially with Sage.
Want to also call on governments, federal government, governors, local governments, who are desirous of creating jobs, while saying Sage is a platform for you to create thousands and thousands of jobs.